Beyond Abalathia's spine, the great mountain range that spans the continent of Aldenard from east to west. Into the deepening shadows of Som-Al, where lies the ancient home of dragonkind. To a land where the soil slithers and the skies seethe with sinuous shapes, they came.
Ladies and gentlemen, you beautiful rainbow people in between, welcome back to the Battlefort, Final Fantasy XIV Heavensward. I'm your host, Balfagor, exasperated Princess Loth, still being forced to quest further into this very relaxing music-filled expansion. We now stand on the threshold of Dravania. The path to Som-Al will take us far to the west, beyond the embrace of the forest branches. It will be a long, demanding journey. Might I suggest we take our rest at the village up ahead, see that we are properly provisioned? There's a village here, but I thought these lands the sole domain of the dragonkind. Why would anyone choose to live in so perilous a place? The wild chocobos. Tailfeather was built by hunters, who make their living capturing and selling the beasts. The leader, Machamp, I call him Machamp, is an acquaintance of mine. Being a gregarious sort, he will no doubt welcome our arrival. And he will also possess more recent knowledge of the road we seek to travel. I trust there are no objectives, only to the ceaseless chatter. If we are to meet this acquaintance of yours, let's do it before Ishgard burns. When we last left off, we did a lot of Dark Knight stuff. Met our evil twin. Met Siguru. Learned about Riel a bit. Apparently she was forced to drink dragon blood at some point. And then we headed into the Western Highlands, I believe, where we were tasked with finding Lady Iceheart. We fought off some heretics. Boom, bang, boom. And then we went into a fortress of sorts and punched out a griffin. And then stole a piece of jewelry. And then explored the area. And that's kind of where we've been. I haven't done anything else. And now we're proceeding into more Dravanian lands. No more Ishgardian stuff, I guess. Just dragons from here on out. Let's do the usual. Tune to any aetheryte we see. Small dragon wife was once wielding a giant axe, and now we just have a giant sword. Yep. That's pretty much as far as we got. So let's see how much farther we can go. Cutscene. Well, tan my hides and call me Leatherface. We have a visitor. Oh-ho! And if it ain't the lovely Giselle. It's been too long, girl. That it has, Machamp. That it has. Is Estinian just brooding over in the corner there? He didn't even walk in with us. He's just leaning there. What a dork. My companions and I are on a pilgrimage to Som-Al. Might we stay in Tailfeather a while and prepare for the next leg of our journey? Of course, stay as long as you like. In fact, I wouldn't suggest leaving the forest at all. Dragon's been absolute bleeding murderous of late. Forgive me, sir, but I'm not sure I understand. Did the dragons not bother you here in the forests? Bother us? Did Yasiel not explain things to you, boy? You've seen them towering psyllium trees all about, haven't you? If you were flying above the canopy, you'd barely be able to see the ground. And as you expect, the local wildlife's canny enough to stay hidden beneath the leaves. Which is why the dragons do their hunting elsewhere, and we can do ours in peace. I see. Thank you for the explanation. You're welcome. Now, I know I won't stop your sail here, but dragons aren't the only thing you'll need to keep an eye out for. Especially if you're set on heading out west. Uh-huh. New armor for our lizard wife. Xtula, thank you for the follow. Welcome to the Pell Fort. Hope you enjoy your stay. Worse than dragons. My champ will give you fair warning about what awaits you to the west. And I say you're wondering what could possibly be worse than dragons, eh? Well, I'll tell you, the bloody Gnath. They're what you might get if you cross an antling with a megaloclab and taught the thing how to walk on two legs. That's a picture. They never used to stray from the hives out of fear of the dragons, but they've gotten a lot more aggressive as of late, sending out war parties for moms in all directions. They've even taken to harassing the Dravanians in their own lairs, if you can believe it. And when they venture into the forest, which is more and more by the way, they certainly aren't afraid to come after my lot. I can only imagine how much worse it'd be closer to the Nath's home territory. What doth thou make of this? It would seem that much has changed in Dravania. The Nath were not wont to cause such strife when I lived here. You lived here? In Dravania? No, she lived in Ishgard, where everybody hated her. Aye, so it was in the time following the calamity. My family was dead, my home was gone, and I had fled from the bitter cold into these lands. I knew not the paths of the forest then, and wandered out from under the protection of its boughs. That was when I chanced upon Heavensward. He descended from his mountain lair to hunt for food. My exhausted mind could not content with the sight of the majestic worm, nor the vision of the past his present visited upon me. Thankfully, my champ found me unconscious form at the edge of the trees, and nursed me back to health. And in Tailfeather I remained for some time. Hence your familiarity. Hence your familiarity. Hence your familiarities with the locals. But I interrupt you. You were saying these Nath were once a peaceful people. Peaceful would not be the most fitting description. They are a fiercely territorial tribe, and any who intrude upon their domain are attacked without hesitation or quarter. Outside the borders of their homelands, however, they were rarely hostile. Indeed, we were even able to trade with them on occasion. They changed then. What of it? We have not the time to creep through the underbrush or some roundabout road. I say we make straight for Sormal and crush any unruly insect we meet underfoot. A more direct path, then. Very well. Let us first follow the trail west of the forest. Make for the statue of the Stained One. From there, we should have a fair view of the road that leads to Sormal. Shall we? Away we go. To trap. Suddenly getting Star Wars in here. Who we got? We got one over there. More really good music and more very interesting looking environments. Heavensward is really stepping up. Better than Corthus, at least. It doesn't seem to do much with snow. Not the most, what's the word I'm looking for? Imaginative construction of an area. But this is looking substantially better. Oh, we got a tussle. Let's bring out Quay. Eat our grapes. Send our lizard wife into battle. Good? Oh, good. And away we go. Really liking the music for this expansion. Oh, hey. Creature from Alice in Wonderland. Oh, hey, an ether current. Wingy. Wingy. And Dunzo. Where are we headed again? We are headed up over yonder. Alrighty. Yeah, another tussle. Here goes nothing. I'm sorry, do they have guns? Hey, hey, King Kurono. How you doing, man? The king has returned to the chat. Good to see you again. Welcome back to the Palo Fort. Doing pretty good. Had an unexpectedly busy week, which is why I didn't stream on Tuesday and Wednesday. You have to go in there. You have to get past these guys to do it. Haha. Now we just have to deal with you. In theory, anyway. Yeah. This unexpected roommate illness and then some other adulting stuff. Just popped in for a bit today since I don't have time. I appreciate it all the same. However much time you want to hang out, just kick back and watch me make my way through this madness, I guess. It's good to have you back, though. Pleasure to see you. As always. Hope your roommate gets better. Oh yeah, they bounced back pretty quick. They were only sick for like a day. And then they left. Then Wednesday, we got the carpet cleaned. So I had to be attentive for that. But now I'm back. And hopefully next week won't be interrupted. Because the last couple weeks I've been... Anyway, now there's a cutscene. Should we chance upon Machamp again, remind me to thank him. Had he not warned us to expect the Nath, I doubt we would stand here. Amid runes that would tentatively described as Ishgardian, style if not quite identical betrays a definite resemblance. I got sick. I go to my car and promptly popped up to my heater on max, drive for an hour, close the window, and I just get healed. I mean, that sounds very comfy. Wow, that was a musical shift. You have the Skull's Eye, Master Alphanut. This structure is, in fact, over 1,000 years old. It is the remnants of the age when our ancestors and dragonkind lived together in peace. You claim this as evidence of a harmonious past? I was taught that these buildings were constructed by heretics in honor of your Dravanian masters. This rebel inspires no such awe within me. Stubborn fool, how desperate you cling to the false teachings of your beloved Holy See. Enough, both of you. You threatened the success of our mission with this incessant squabbling. Tida, pray, reason with these two. Our goals are the same. Set aside your differences for now. The truth of the past will be revealed. Great. Sauna type treatment. I need to go to a sauna sometime. I've never been. Our goals are the same. Quite. Lest you forget, our goal is to prevent the war which claimed the lives of Dravanians and Ishgardians alike. If we are to accomplish this, you must learn to tolerate each other's presence. Trust in Tida's gift. In time, the secrets of history will be brought to light. Let that be enough, Estinian. You would have me keep counsel until Tida's visions confirm the truth. Very well, but bait me not. Our meeting with Heavensward, god damn that fucking name, will likely provide the catalyst that Tida's gift requires, as it did mine. Let us press on. Money! You just gotta reach left, roll 56. Shrine Towers. Yasiel wishes to survey the approach to the distant towers. Spy you the 3 giant towers to the west. I see one. No, wait, west. Oh, those? Kind of. Ishgardians know them as Enix Shrine. The place serves as the roost for Heavensward's lesser kindred. If we are to reach the peak of Samal, then we must first beseech these dragons to open the way. But do not be disheartened. The one who leads them is a friend. Of rather more concern is the disposition of the Nath. Let us survey the approach to the towers and see if the path is clear. Head down that way. Really solid music as always for this expansion. Bump. Especially this place. Really nice. It's a mixture of somber and epic. Like running across, like discovering plains of an unexplored area in the world. Really sets the tone. And what a wonderful tone it is thus far. Quite improved indeed. Okay, I think it's over here. This is fair. The road ahead is teeming with Nath's soldiers. Machamp did not exaggerate then. These beastmen have grown brazen indeed if they retreat, threaten the dragon so openly. Do they intend to assault the lair itself? I pray they do not. Mightily though my Dravanian friends are, they get vulnerable to the Nath's muskets. There's no route save the one before us. Should the beastmen offer battle, we have no choice but to accept. I mean, I have no choice. You guys are just gonna walk on by. Leave everything to the lizard wife. Yep, here we go. Lizard wife, go! And hop to it. Yep, we got more. Aha, we win. Oh, no, they're eating it. Nice, 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 nice. Up we go. That's, those three towers. That makes sense. Could only see the main one from where we were. More fight. And get done. Of course, there's more. Ah, we win. Run, 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 run. Okay. I take no pleasure in killing the Nath. It was to avoid bloodshed that I agreed to join you on this journey. Well, it can't be helped. We may proceed into the courtyard together, but leave the task of hailing its occupants to me. And keep your lance at your back, Dragoon. On my word to the Warrior of Light, I shall start no fight, only finish it. You truly are beyond salvation. Come then. Cutscene. Gesundheit. Hello there.
Ah, 'tis thee, little one.
Oh, hey.
From above I did mistake thee for a Nath. 'Tis well I chanced to look again, or thou wouldst now be ash.
Oh my god, we were almost killed.
Dear Vidofnir, how I have missed you. Would that I had come sooner, and not out of dire necessity.
Thou art troubled. Speak that I might know thy plight.
Should be going down, yo.
Thou wouldst have father admonish his brood brother.
Oof, when you put it like that.
I would end this war without further bloodshed.
How am I to believe thee, little one? when thine own companion beareth Nidhogg's stolen eye?
Have care, dragon, or I shall gouge out.
God damn it, Estinian. You had one job.
You forget yourself, sir. We are here on a mission of peace.
God damn it, Estinian. Really?
My sires will forbiddeth me from inviting discord to our home. 'Tis for this reason and no other that thou still drawest breath, knight.
Okay.
Vidofnir, please. We must be allowed to convey our intentions to Resvelgar in person, with words of our own choosing. Grant us this favor, and open the way to Som Al.
Thou hast ever been welcome, little one. But I cannot grant thy wish. I am bound to remain here and protect my kin from the Nath's god.
Oh? A god, you say? Wow.
The Nath have summoned a primal.
If only there was someone around who could do something about that.
Pray excuse my forwardness, but if we were to eliminate the threat to your territory, would you consent to Lady Izel's request?
Ha! Dost thou imagine thyself equal to the task? To succeed where dragons have failed?
Is this the part where Midgard Swarmer appears and calls me a bitch again? Or something
'Tis
like that.
beyond thee, mortal. But thou art welcome to try, nonetheless. Only know that idle promises shall avail thee naught.
Wow, it just takes off without having us explain. Oh well.
It would seem we have no choice but to make good on Alphino's offer. Why must our every bid for peace breed yet more war?
Ah, Estinian. Was the dragon not impressed by your bravado? You poor grumpy man. Check out the new duds. Snazzy. Kind of a more light and comfortable feel about it. Looking good. Gift for the outcasts. Ysael seems occupied with the thoughts of the Nath and the Primal. So the Nath has summoned their god, and thus is the mystery of the newfound belligerents laid to rest. Are you not glad, Lady Iceheart? I thought you would applaud them for summoning a Primal to further their own ends. After all, you did. Are you two gonna get married? Because you two are just fighting and fighting. I did not reach out to Saint Shiva to further my own ends. I desired his strength only to forge a new peace between man and dragon. But what a fool I am to speak of peace to you, bloodthirsty savage, who murders without a thought or compunction. Enough! Enough, I say. The Nath have truly brought forth the deity from the ether. We must face it together, or watch our hopes fall apart. All now rests upon the Primal's defeat. But we think of confronting them. We must first study its origins. What is the nature of this god? What manner of faith sustains its existence? Can we just throw a lizard wife at it and be done with it? I think the answer is yes. My apologies. You are right, of course. Let us return to Tailfeather and consult Machamp. He knows more of the Nath and their culture than most. How serendipitous, and I see an Etherite. So I'm just gonna go grab it. Running. Up we go. And complete. Let's see. Tailfeather. Away we go. Shoom. Shoom. Alrighty. Let's go visit Machamp again. See what he will see. Excuse me. Hey Machamp, we're back! Oh, back already, are we? Met the Nath, have you? What is it you'd like to? Should be going down, yeah? Summon a primal, you say? 7 hells. Well, I don't know bug all about Nath religion, if I'm honest. Beyond the trading habits, never thought seen much the point in asking. But it shouldn't be that hard to find out. From time to time, we barter with a small hive to the north and west of here. Outcasts from the main tribe, from what I understand. I reckon they'd be willing to tell you a bit about themselves, if you give them the right incentives. Sounds promising. What exactly do would a Nath consider? God damn it. That sounds promising. What exactly would a Nath consider to be the right incentives? Oh, nothing your average hunter couldn't scrounge up in a day or two. Seeing as you're in a hurry, you might want to divide the chores among yourselves. You want a good sized jar of land trap nectar, a basket of Coma tree fruit, and, always a Nath's favorite, a generous portion of young Nunca flesh. Gross. I shall gather the fruit, leaping to the low branches of these forests. Giants would present little challenge to me. And I shall collect the nectar with Master Alphinaud's arcane assistance. And that leaves you to bring home the meat. You need to carve it from the smaller Nankas that live in the rivers. 3 big chunks should be enough, I reckon. Once you've got everything together, you need to set it down at what we call the trading post. Here I mark the spot in your map for you. You are most kind, Master Machamp. Well then, let us attend to our respective tasks and reconvene at the trading post. I need hardly add that the last one, there's a rotten Nanka egg. Oh, Alphinaud, showing a little bit of that cheekiness. Still pissed off at you. Can we go through here? Ooh. Shortcut. Nice. So all we need to do, in theory, is hang a left here. Jump over some rocks and make a awkward U-turn over here. There we go. I'm gonna assume that's a big one. There's a small one. Desert Wife power! Sauna's nice, by the way. It's like I've never been to one. Oh, we got a tussle. God, you're ugly. Nope. I don't even know how to describe you rightly. At least you don't have abilities I need to dodge. Huzzah. Let's see. Who to? Go ahead and back up there. Let's just cut through here. Cool, cool, cool. Interesting little in-between Lynn. Really like the music though. Really like the music. The expansion is just batting 1,000 music-wise at least. I was able to gather a goodly amount of nectar from the land traps, though I would not have known how to harvest it without your sales help. Do you have the Nanka meat? Here you go. Splendid. I shall put this in with a Stinian's fruit and assemble a suitably generous-looking hamper for the Nath. Good work, Alphanal. You're actually sort of useful. The non-mine. Alphanal is eager to make contact with the Nath. Well, everything appears to be in order. Assuming no one has any objections to my choice of presentation, I shall place the offering at the trading post as instructed. Were I of the Nath, I think I would be suitably impressed. Well, how much longer must we wait? Should we have sounded a signal or some such? I don't know. Calm yourself, Master Alpha. Offering has not gone unnoticed. Holy shit. They are like crab and insects. Click, 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 click. Long has it been since hunters last came to the trade, bearing grist that filled the air with such delightful scents. Land trap nectar, common tree fruit, and Nyankon flesh. What delectable foods you have brought for us. Our meager existence is much enriched by your bounty. Click, click, click. Come, hunters. Come to our hive if you would trade. Cramped and stifling our homes are, but the rancid incense keeps the dragons at bay. Cramped, stifling, and horribly smelly. But better to live in stench than be cracked and crunched by dragon jaws, yes? Come, come. It is not far. Okay. God, that's so fucking weird. But at least they don't talk weirdly like the rest of the beast tribes. God. No longer saying like 1,000 times 1. No having to speak weirdly like a goblin. Or a kobold. Just very straightforward. Like the Amalcha. Okay. Ooh. Man, this is giving me Wind Waker flashbacks. Click, click. Your presence has been announced to the storyteller. You must speak to our chosen leader in words, for we are Nath, or the Vath. We are the non-mine. Hello there. Click, click, click. Welcome to our hive, hunters. You have brought delicacies much sought after by our people, and we are much pleased, much pleased. What would you have in return? Honored Elder, pray allow me to begin by thanking you for welcoming us to your home, for accepting our humble offerings. My companions and I are come in search of knowledge, specifically knowledge of your people's god. Knowledge alone? What strange hunters you are! But if it is words you desire, then words you shall have. We are the Wrath, the non-mine, and to speak is our fate. You will hear the tale the Nath's god, of the one mine summoned into our midst. The one mine? These are Naths who reside in the main colony? Yes, they are one, connected, but let us begin the story at its beginning. Some moons ago, a single dragon flew in from the east, bleeding and weak. It It fell from the sky and unto the hive, where it was sworn by my brethren. But with spear and spell and musket, the dragon was slain. 'Twas likely one that fled at battle with my kinsman. I should commend you for finishing the job. Oh my god. She just gave him a shut the fuck up glare. Dragons are fierce and terrible adversaries, click click. The one mine would always cower when their winged shadows pass over the ground, but no longer. They had learned the battle-weary Dravanian was easy prey. Thus did the Overmind decide to heed the words of the Black-Robed Man. The One Mind would call forth our guard and unleash his blades upon the dragons. Dravanian lands would become Nathlands, and ever larger would grow our dominion. But our guard ever hungers. The price he demands in crystals far exceeds the rewards for this war. We are the Vath despise and revile his insatiable existence. New ring. Oh, not, I guess. What's that sound? Oh, an ether current. Hello, hello, hello! And what an ether current you are. Nice, nice, nice. What do you think, Ysael? Anathic Daily. Ysael seems troubled by the last war of expansion. I call upon the power of the primals for the greater good, conscious as all the while that I do so at great cost to the land. I reason that it is a necessary evil, and I willingly shoulder the burden of my sin. In struggle that such a crime can be justified, you may argue I presume too much, but you will surely see that I am aware of the magnitude of my transgressions. Not so the Nath. They summoned the deity for no greater purpose than to expand their dominion. To the signs of the seventh dawn, once sworn to eliminate the primal threat, the distinction you draw seems questionable at best. But the fact remains that my own grandfather risked unleashing the power of the 12 in an attempt to prevent calamity. Thus, while I may not condone your actions, I at least understand them. Not so the Nath, as you rightly put it. If they truly seek naught but territorial gain, I must only conclude that they are ignorant of the ruinous consequences of the god's insatiable appetite. The longer the primal is suffered to exist, the greater the suffering it will cause. It must be destroyed. How lightly you propose the destruction of this god, Master Alphino, a being of whom we know not. Has it occurred to you that we may be sending the Warrior of Light to her death? No, You have the right of it, Estinian. It would seem it is I who am guilty of presuming too much. Pray forgive me, Tida. I am a small lizard wife. I do not fear my duty. And I have a giant sword. Wait, Tida need not face this foe alone. Like her, I am blessed with the Echo's protection, and may do battle without fear of the primal influence. Let me bear this burden. Ha! Do you truly imagine yourself a second Warrior of Light? Remind me how many primals have you faced, my lady? Not that it matters. We know not where the god resides or how to challenge it, unless you mean to pray until it appears. Estinian makes a valid point. Let us speak to the Vath and learn how best to secure an audience with the deity. In this, at least, I may be of assistance. The young lord certainly appears eager to prove his worth. Is that a smirk I see? You're a bit smug, aren't you? Gather information from the Vath. So hard not to just say Bath. We are Vath. We are the Mon Mind. We do not hear the One Mind's thoughts. We cannot predict the will. Click, click, click. Click, click, click. Put this idea from your mind, generous hunter. If you meet with our god, then he will have your souls. Show you are not so generous as that. Click, click. Click, click. You wish to meet our god? Offer yourself as sacrifice, and you will soon be brought before him. We would mourn the loss of such generous hunters, however. You are generous hunters, yes? Many gifts you have brought, but not enough for all Vath to enjoy. Maybe you could bring us just one more. We are very fond of Nanka fish. Yes, meat of young Nanka would make a fine repast. Yes, I'm killing more of those things. Okay, follow the arrow. Sloth, what are those textures? What textures? And hi, hello. Like you changed settings. It's been the same as always, as far as I can tell. It is, however, like my bitrate is up. It's like above 7,000. It's usually like 5,000 to 6,000 at best. So maybe it's just streaming in better quality. Yeah, I haven't changed anything. I've been streaming with the same settings as I can, so far as I can tell. So hello, KO2. Hope you're doing alright this week. Who knows? Maybe it's just me. I know, you're watching on computer instead of mobile. I'm glad it looks better. That's confident. I'm just a little concerned that it looks better without me doing anything. Vath, do you enjoy our Nanka fish? Have you been out hunting yet? There you go, buddy. Another gift for the Vath. So unexpected. Yes, you will have more of the words you strange hunter hunger for. Listen now. The sense of the one mind is enmeshed by the overmind. What one sees, all see. What one feels, all feel. Alert to single Nath, and the whole hive is alerted. To reach our god undetected is all but impossible. Well, that might be. Oh, hooray! I have achieved something by doing nothing. Better textures, I guess. Though we are in an area that isn't covered in snow, there's more textures on display. The Vathal wants to allude to certain concepts without explanation, but I believe I'm beginning to grasp a few fundamentals. For what I understand, the king-like Overmind sits at the center of the Nath Society. Its presence somehow allows its subjects to communicate without need of word or gesture. These Nath, the ones who inhabit the larger hive, are known as the One Mind, and it was by the combined will that the Primal was summoned. Those who reside in the smaller hive, however, are the Vath, or non-mind, who, for reasons that yet escape me, seem to have been excluded from the telepathic bond which connects the Nath counterparts. Thus are the Vath ignorant of the One Mind's thoughts and intentions. Of the nature of their own god, in summary, we have wasted our time. Not so. Hellish though it may be, the Vath did furnish us with one certain method of approach. The primals as sacrifices. Should we allow ourselves to be captured in the environs of the colony, the Nath would bring us before the deity to make an offering of our souls. So we're gonna play Bait. That's a new one. Breaking into hives. Alphinaud, which is to review your sales plan for infiltrating the Nath hive. Forgive me, but let us be clear about what it is that you propose. You mean to say that you would deliberately provoke the Nath, surrender yourself into what might generously be termed the custody, then wait until the god arrives to claim your soul? Aye, that fairly well describes my plan. You will join me in this endeavor, will you not, Tida? I'm a small lizard wife, Judging by your great tasks you took to prevent the summoning of Saint Shiva, you're not a woman to err on the side of caution. Small is her life not. Would that I could fight at your side, Warrior Light, but the power of the dragon is no protection against primal influence. Forgive me, but I must remain here with Master Alphinaud. Then it is settled. Tida, you and I shall challenge the gods at the entrance to the colony. Once the hive is roused, we shall feign a brief show of resistance, then allow them to take us as prisoner. Okay. Where are we going? Oh, yeah. And let's take a drink of water till my tea cools down. Seems to be more texture in this region than Sea of Clouds and the Corthus Western Islands. Like, one is covered in grass, the other one's covered in snow, but this seems to be like rocks and, you know, thing that actually seems like it's texture and built like a living world. It doesn't have that A Realm Reborn problem of being very bland and very samey. Despite there being different locations, everything seems to lack texture in some areas. That makes any sense whatsoever. Hello there. Free ether currents. Can I jump down from here? Yes, I can. So this is the Nath Hive, and they do seem to be packing quite a few crystals that are actually visible. How do you like that? And we got ourselves a tussle. I summoned Quay in attack mode. Eat my grape. What's up? Click, click. Intruders! Your lives are forfeit! Come get a licking. Those itches. Who's next? Aha! More volunteers. Done and done. More fighting. More fighting indeed. How's that? Nevermind must now be aware of our intrusion. Let us press on into the hive and ensure that we have our host's undivided attention. Alright. Ow. Stop it. Yeah, definitely getting Wind Waker vibes. From the music, at least. Ah, we're just aggroing everything today, aren't we? Hang on, aggro on us at some point. other intruders. I'm a small lizard wife with a giant sword. Let us begin. Wow, even more. Three reinforcements. Alright, who gave the bugs grenades? Heck with this. Fighting all the bugs. Better call me Ray. 'Cause I'm fucking spraying. Are you not entertained? Oi. Buddy. Piss off. Small lizard wife is busy. There are people to fight. And chats to sometimes talk to. Okay. Keep just finding ether currents accidentally, or things. Alright, we're fighting 3 guys again. Heck yeah, boys. Water's hot. Come on in. All the bugs. Seem to be We good? We good? Any other bugs? No? Okay. What are we doing? Cutscene, apparently. Hey, you Sal. I could have used your fucking help. Getting swarmed by bugs. It's like I stepped in a fucking fire ant pit. Thanks. That should be sufficient. Oh, fuck you. If we did not have our host's full attention before, we must surely have it now. Our audience with the primal may be granted sooner after our capture. Pray advise me once you've stilled your mind for the battle to come. Yeah. Lord of the Hive. Giselle awaits an opportunity to surrender to the Nath. Are you prepared then? I'm a small lizard wife. Hold there, Tida. When the Nath come, we will offer no resistance. How underleveled are you? You pulled the entire hive. Surrender and shoot us. There's no escape. Enough. We surrender. We throw ourselves upon the mercy of your god. I could take him. Lizard wife, giant sword. Lizard wife, giant sword. They seem eager to proceed. Good. When they take us before the Lord, pray, leave matters to me. If what I know the summoning rituals holds true, I shall be well placed to act. Like the sound of the river rushing through the ravine behind us. Passing loud, is it not? I imagine the noise would serve to mask our escape should we need to withdraw temporarily. But you are prepared, are you not? I do hope so. If we were to be dragged away for sacrifice while you were haggling over the price of potions, I should not be amused. If they give me a giant bed, I'm leaving you behind, Giselle. Tip for the upcoming fight. Kill all the ads. Okay, what the hell do I just... Those are some interesting doors. Here comes Lizard Wife. She has a massive sword.
Now we have but to wait.
I'm a small lizard wife. That's tense.
O Lord Ravana, master of the sacred blades, wrath of the colony, conqueror of the world, hear our prayer.
That's not what I thought they'd sound like at all.
Unto your devoted children, the gift of your divine presence.
He comes.
That's impressive. Okay, now you're just showing off. Hello. Holy shit, this guy is fucking swole. That's one muscular beetle. Well, at least he's more interesting than the other ones.
All strength to the colony. Speak and I shall listen.
God, that guy is just muscles for days.
O glorious general, we have captured intruders and would make unto you an offering of their lives.
He's intense.
Hear me, Lord Ravana. My companion and I did not come to contest your children's territory. We wished only to learn the reason you wage war against the dragons.
Thou wouldst flirt with death merely to satisfy thy curiosity. Wherefore should the glorious conquest of the Nath concern thee so, Elysen?
So rarely that they say Elysen out loud.
Mayhap thine own kind struggle against the worms fareth poorly, and thou art desirous of a pact.
I mean, you are the most awesome looking primal I've ever seen thus far.
We crave no alliance, Lord Ravana. Only peace. We would bring an end to our war with the dragons. Yet so long as they remain embroiled in this conflict with your children, our goal shall remain out of reach. Never before have the Nath risen up in such numbers, and never yet with you at their head. Why do you lead them to war?
Thy question hath no meaning. To live is but to fight.
Like, I'm really digging his design.
Long have my children waited, gathering their strength in the shadow of thy ceaseless conflict. The Nath would see the Dravanians slain, and their territory secured, and by such fervent prayers am I now given form and purpose.
As I feared, your very existence is an obstacle to our goal. Since you are so fond of fighting, we challenge you, Lord of the Nath.
She challenges you. I'm gonna stand by and watch.
And should we emerge the victors, I would have you swear to withdraw your soldiers from Dravanian soil.
Thou art bold indeed to risk thy fleshy hide so readily.
I like this guy.
Very well. I, Ravana, fourfold master of the blade, do accept thy challenge. But should I emerge the victor, I would have thee swear to serve in mine army till thy last breath is spent. Do you accept?
I do. And I believe the first bout is mine.
Well, at least she isn't just standing by. Are we gonna get Primal versus Primal fight? I don't think we've ever seen that before. Not really. I mean, Garuda did summon Ifrit and Titan to fight, but like, she really didn't fight them. They're all like flattened by the Ultima weapon. That's intense. Really wish they'd give her a better outfit though.
What is this? A god clad in flesh?
Is aught amiss, my lord? Thou wilt not break thy word, I trust.
Arrogant, you're gonna get your ass kicked now. I'm gonna watch.
Mine oath is unbending as steel, little goddess. Thy ruse will but add to mine enjoyment.
Well, at least he's having fun. Diamond Dust already? It's like showing your first hand. Seems like too small of an arena to really do much action shots, but I think impalement is my new favorite way to kill a person.
I thought myself stronger. Mayhap with more crystals?
And that's what happens when you rely on his swords. Even his D. Oh my god. Well, that's a thing. Oh, I guess it's my turn.
God or maid, thou art nothing to me. And what of thee, mortal? Art thou warrior or craven?
I'm a small lizard wife with a giant sword. I'm gonna kick your ass. Let's fucking go.
A warrior then? Good. Mayhap thou will provide more sport than thy feeble companion.
Oh, just sending out the burns. Okay, bye. Where'd all the Nath go? Impulse. Thick ass thought is now unlocked. So, how's it going? Forgive me, I was overconfident. Guess we're doing this. Let me look up the other ether currents. We can do that while we wait for the queue. Or not. We're going in. Yeah, clearly. Let's see, we had the Bowl of Embers, the Navel, the Howling Eye, the Chrysalis, Steps of Faith, and now Thok as Thought. Ooh. And he's showing off again. Fast Beetle! This should be fun. I like this arena too. Very impressive. Crystal's tips are a nice touch. shields were pointing south and north. So, probably just the same. Those should be safe again. He's charging something. Put up defensive just in case. Now that ain't good. Is that a fucking snowman? Maybe if I go between the blades. Just in case. Oh, nice. Holy crap. No. This is amazing. This is like the best ever. And those are ads, I take it. That one's a different color. That must be bad news. Those red ones again. And now what? We good? What the? Oh, that looks cool. And now there's a hole in the platform. I should probably stay away from that. Okay, why are you talking? Oh, we're doing this now. I don't like this. Huh? Go, 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 go. Almost got him. And shit time. That was fun.
The sacred rite of combat proclaim the victor. I lay my blades at thy feet, child of man.
I am a small lizard wife. Pray down to my gloriousness and my cute bob haircut. That was cool. I like that. Sit the walls and he will launch at you. I should have read chat while I was doing that, but I was so focused on the fight and having a good time. Sorry about that, KO2. Yeah, that was actual. That when they started bringing in primal fights, that's what I thought it'd be like. Like, you'd have to be active. It would fight back. You had to move a lot. But like Ifrit, Titan, Garuda, you didn't have to do much. And then at Shiva's when it started getting good.
Warrior of light.
That was amazing.
I had your skill in battle. I do begin to see why so many place their faith in you.
Hey, you could join me for any primals. You'd be a fun ally, I wager.
For all his savagery, I do not think Ravana won to break his word. Provided the dragons do not trespass upon Nath lands, they should have little to fear of the primals' biting blades. We have done well, have we not?
Yes, we have.
Come, let us return to Vidofnir and share these glad tidings.
I'm a small lizard wife, and that was kick-ass. Oh, god damn it.
Once more you achieve the impossible, bringer of light.
Oh, it's a woman.
But with every mortal heart that succumbs to fear and fury, another voice is joined to the chorus, beseeching divine succor. At their bidding, warring gods will shake the firmament, and your world will be consumed in the swelling storm of chaos.
Whatever you say, Bloodborne boss named motherfucker. Spoilers? About what? Have you not gotten this far in the game, or what? Never since we first fought have I seen you draw upon the full extent of your power, and never from afar till this day. You are a marvel to behold, Tida. Yeah, I'm only level 56. Well, this time we rejoin our companions. They will be eager to hear the tale and to continue our journey. What was this? Royal 11. Well, it looks cool. So that was fun. Ravanya, really good. I'm finishing up the story as with spoilers. It's Izard joining you in fights. Oh, cool. So she'll be helping us with other stuff. That'll be good to see. Some cool weather we got going on here. Green lightning everywhere. The Nath did not sound anything like I thought they would. Thought they'd be like all grizzly and but like. Running, running, running. fine. You ruined my groove. Get out. Get out, Melia. You have ruined my good. Motherfucker, are you still following me? Go away. Get a job. Get a life. Get married. Have kids. Fuck off. We're back, Alphinaud. So then he turned himself into a pickle. That's the funniest shit I've ever seen. Taida, Lady Ysel, take the 12. I fought a very buff beetle. It was awesome. Lord Rivania, you say? How curious that the Vath never mentioned his name. Are you quite certain he will keep his word? There was honor beneath his savagery. That we survived the encounter at all was a miracle. A miracle I must attribute to Taida. Never did I doubt you, Warrior of Light, like some. You were gone so long that Master Alphinaud here nigh lost his wits with worry, fretting like a maid for a sweet heart he was. Estinian, was that truly necessary? Not truly necessary, but certainly true. You're getting roasted, you little shit. It's about time. What matters is that the Primal is banished, and our promise fulfilled. We should return to avoid whatever, without delay. Lest you forget, this was but a means to secure an audience with the worm, Heavensward. Nidhogg's minions will not be halted by idle chatter. Come now, we must make every moment count. You are unkind, Estinian. For all his experience and intellect, Alphinaud is still but a boy. Lizard wife nod. Oh, come on. He was just having a bit of fun. Let the grumpy dude have his joys. I kind of want to stick marshmallows at the end of his spiky armor, though. Anybody else? Like, just put his spikes up to, like, a fire or something and put a marshmallow right on it. He has multiple spikes, too, so you can put, like, chocolate and graham cracker. He'll be a s'more dragoon. Morning in passing. Alphinaud is keen to inform Verbaba of Lord Vavania's defeat. Shall we be on our way to our next shrine, then? I would not have the dragons think that we have forgotten our bargain. I mean, according to Midgard Soma, the time passes differently, so it's probably been like a couple of seconds to them. I don't know how long it's been for us. Seems like time's really weird. Hello, dragon. We are back. Thou art returned, little one. Hast thou abandoned thine ill-conceived contest with the Nath? Nay, my friend. We returned in triumph. By Taida's hand was the beastman's god, Lord Ravania laid low. In his overconfidence, the Primal swore to withdraw his followers from your lands in the event of his defeat, a promise we believe he will keep. The Nath shall trouble you no longer. The deity is slain, then. How dost thou contend with the biting blades? But this particulars matters not. Thou hast fulfilled thy promise, and I shall fulfill mine. Attend me, mortals. Hie you unto the deepest reaches of the morn, and there shall you find Hollow, the altar for which you must begin your ascent to the summit of Somal. But be fairly warned, the minions of Nidhogg shall not lightly suffer your presence on the sacred mountain. By your struggles within the cavern, shall I judge your party possessed a sufficient fortitude to proceed. We shall not disappoint you, Vidofna. If memory serves, the Cave of Morn is entered from the second floor of the central tower. Let us begin the climb. I don't know whatever the fuck that means, but sure. Running. So, second floor. Guess this is it. Sudden bagpipes are sudden. That's intense. Fuck off, Dragon Man. So, is that a fucking T-Rex? Oh, an ether current. Come to me, ether current. That's weird looking T-Rex. Certainly is a cavern, though. Hey, more dragon men. Looking around. Looks good. Well done, little one. As promised, I shall open the way to some our summit for thee and thy companions. Holy shit, he's your own Super Saiyan. Heed me now, children of man. The domain you seek to enter hath not seen visitors of your kind in nigh on 1,000 years. Though I freely grant you passage, your presence will not be welcome. To my kin, this mountain is revered as a holy ground, and resting place for both where you the minions of Nidhogg, during your ascent, for 'tis certain they shall take great offense to your intrusion. We are grateful for your warnings, gentle Vidolfr. My final words are for thee, Dragoon. Have care to keep the stolen power thou wieldest in check, lest it breed further despair. Okay, bye! Estinian. The way is open. Let us not tarry here. A moment. Shall we be blindly forging on, knowing the dangers that await us? Taiman herself is said to guard this peak. I do not fear Nidhogg's concert. Any dragon foolish enough to bar our path shall feel the sting of my lance. Spoken like a true butcher. Need I remind you that we are come to parley in a peace? Let me be clear, heretic. 'Twas to save Ishgard and her people that I first lent my support to this doubtful venture. 'Tis for their sake that I go now to speak with Heivensward. But I say nothing of Taimon. Should the opportunity present itself to rid my people of one of their deadliest enemies, I shall take it. That is my duty as Azure Dragoon. Far less azure than I'm used to, more like a black. You are beyond redemption. We will accomplish nothing with bickering. If we are to meet Heivensward, our path leads up the mountain. We shall defend ourselves if attacked, but avoid conflict wherever possible. What other choice do we have? Small lizard wife nod. it's a dungeon. Okay, I opened the page to the other ether currents, so we can do that while we're queued. First, let's head to Tail Feather and grab a couple. Those 3 camps. Okay. That's a lot of coral. What the fuck? Nope. Absolutely not. Am I being mugged by a wild chocobo? What the fuck? No way. I'm busy. Oh, you all do. Yada yada yada, yada yada yada. Okay, next camp. Just following what Doug said the first couple days of my adventure into this game. Ignore all blue quest texts unless I really want to. That's a very cool bridge. Oh, both have, like, it again. Guess all 3 camps have it. And a free ether current. Hello, hello. What's all this then, love? I mean, it's not wrong. Those are technically feathered and fleas. Some blues are needed to unlock quests. Cool. Good to know. Any of those quests particularly important to MSQ, or can I just forge on? Outside of the ether currents. There's really no other way to get up here. Okay, let's turn these in. Did I just say that shit? What shit? I meant content. Ah, okay. So just extra content. That's fun. Give me your ether current. Give me your ether current. Alright, back to the Nath place. I like that I'm running faster on the chocobo now. Run, run, run. Figure once we're done with Heavensward, we can do the Hildebrand quests I've been hearing about. Holy shit, that is a big ass T-Rex. Stay the hell away from that. Alright, we're going in, lads. Hopefully. if that healer wipes up. I completely forgot to tell you about the 10th anniversary quest. I might end it already. God dang it. Oh well. What can you do? Oh, this place is interesting. A lot more plant orientated. Does feel like we're on the Misty Mountain. Alright, let's see what we're dealing with. Wow. It's like people who aren't tanks are pulling stuff. Okay. I shall try to do that. Definitely not big trouble. Okay. Yep. Alright. Crush enemies 4. Wow. It's kicking all the things' asses. But if the decorations are still there, you might have a chance to get stuff. Cool. My first A boss. Everybody in? Ah, a lot of impatient people today. That cannot be good. up in 30. Place a shadow wall now. A lot less versatile than our warrior. Kinda miss being able to golf club swing. Okay, those. Okay. Onward! Ooh, it's divided into sections. That's a first. Well, so it was like Stone Vigil, but you know. Okay then. And that's it. Avoiding that. Boy, that is rude. Answer is no. You may not do it. Yeah, you better fly off. I'm a small lizard wife. Moving on. This is the way, right? Yeah, we didn't come from there. And out of you. Treasure chest. Clear prisms, the most useful of all items. Alright, let's get into this. Yep. Again. With all these rude dragons. Over here. Rude. Okay, well, that was certainly a thing. So I had to leave for a bit. Oh, don't worry. You have a life, man. I'm just happy to have some people here. But yeah, I'll check out Uldar as soon as I'm able to. Finally, reduce the times I eat to 2 times a day. Cool. Good for a diet. You intermittent fasting, or whatever that's called. Like here. Let us begin. I'm fighting a Tyrannosaurus Rex. Rude. Okay, there are tomato and blue slimes. How was that? Ah, it looks like it hurt. Okay, so he's just pretty much a jerk. That is magic. Good to know. Oh, there's a green one. Ah, they're dead. Weird. And get done. Use that. Use that. Is eating dumplings with cheese sauce a crime? Absolutely not. If it tastes good, it is good. That's my opinion on all food. Oh, they already had it. Was not paying attention. Hey, what's up, guys? So you're still pulling trash without me. A little bit of a road group this time. Yep. Nope. I really miss a bristle drain. There's something nice about being able to heal yourself. Oh, we're not a fighter. Come over here, lad. Ah, man. Ow, rude. Ah, great, he chuckled. There's a back. Did that go? The dragons. Ready to roll. Bada boom, bada bing. Well, that was kind of fun. What I got up here? Oh, boss. And treasure chests. Alright, let's see what's behind door number 3. Kind of ugly. More like an alien than a dragon. You okay there, bud? Are you disconnecting, or...? Well, this is an awkward time to be disconnected. Sorry, buddy. How is the dumplings and cheese sauce? Epic waiting music, activate. A little too thick. Alright. Apparently these 3 guys are in a group. And this guy is disconnected, drop, and he'll be back in a bit. But it made its purpose, filling my belly until tomorrow. That's good. I'll be right back. I'm gonna turn on the AC. Things are getting a little too hot in here. Alright, I'm back. Looks like the guy's logging back in now. Sucks to happen at the end of a dungeon. Alrighty. Everybody ready? Let's get this turkey. That can't be good. Dodge all the things. What do you mean a comment? Oh, that ain't good. Let's head for the cross section. Yeah, that actually worked. I don't need that. Right. Next one will be up in about 50 seconds. Just gotta survive till then. What the? Oh, I see. Attack the wings and everything will be alright. And just in time for Shadow Wall. Interesting mid-fight mechanic. Ah, great. Leave. Dark Star. Now. Okay. Done and done. Blizzard Wife, victory! Actually, doesn't seem too happy. Let's give them a midget. I don't need that. I can use that. We got new pants. Ba-da-ba-bum. Finito. Great, we're hallucinating again. I'm being more connected to Kingdom Hearts. God damn it. Why is the light of the crystal so blinding again? Starting to sound like the PlayStation 2 startup screen. Kinda. Just giving myself a mammogram. What's up? It would seem Tiamon was the last, since no other dragons nearby. You were saying? What is happening? Nidhogg, he roars. He knows we are here then. His fury, it bleeds through the eye. Fear not, I'm yet my own master. But the damned worm's wrath burns hotter than flame. Come, the heart of the dragon's homeland yet lies before us. Thus do we add another link to the chain of vengeance. Oh, Saint Shiva, when will it end?
To the peak of Som Al, at the end of a perilous mountain path, whence could be seen a string of pearl-like islands floating impossibly atop a sea of clouds. To a domain where dragons and men had once lived in harmony, whose majesty no mortal eye had glimpsed for nigh on 1,000 years, they came.
The Churning Mists. That sounds promising. The scenery gets even better. Oh, poofy plants. How cool you look. It's always fun to see what they use to make lights in areas like this. Like Gridania, they used mushrooms. And here they're using these cluster of flowers, I think they are. They're very awesome. Good news, actually, after Endwalker, we might see each other no matter what realm we are playing. Oh, that sounds promising. I shall look forward to it, my man. Playing with KO2. We should run Endwalker together if possible. Unless you want to solo it, then by all means, right? That could be fun still. We have reached it at last. The peak of Som Al. 'Tis said to be the highest mountain in all of Eorzea, you know. I thought it cold in Korthus, but the air here carries the chill of a dozen winters. Beyond the clouds, Alphanor ponders the means by which you might find Hirausfager. Now that we have scaled the mountain, there remains the problem of finding Hirausfager himself. So, is that a motherfucking Moogle? What manner of creature is that? Taida, do my eyes deceive me, or was that a Moogle? The wife nod. It was my understanding that they only dwelled within the Twelveswood. I certainly never expected to see one in the churning mists. If a Moogle does live here, however, he may know where Heavensward makes his lair. Quickly now, before we lose the creature completely. Run, 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 run. Alphinaud's running, and the other two are like, alright, man, strap him to the leash. He's run off again. Random bagpipes once again. Alrighty. In here, Alphinaud? Ah, they are using those flowers to great effect. Bah, he's gone. Taida, we must widen our search. Okay. Up. Up. Let's see. Air appears warped. You sense concealing magic's artwork. As the wife looks around, there are no signs of Moogle in this area. Oh, we're supposed to look at the destinations. I see no evidence of this Moogle of yours. You certain it wasn't a trick of the light? Perhaps 'twas simply one of those strange plants shifting in the breeze. Well, they certainly are shifting. I have heard tales of these Moogles, but 'tis the first time I've ever laid eyes on one. They are rather adorable, aren't they? What? Why do you stare at me so? Can I not find a creature adorable? My heart is not truly made of ice. Alright, let's just bury her in all the Moogles we can find. I'm sure I glimpsed a Moogle fleeing in this direction. Could he be concealing himself with magic? We just hit level 57. Mountain type diplomacy. Alphinaud seems convinced that the Moogles hold the key to finding Heavensward. Confound it. Could we but enlist the aid of one of the local Moogles, I'm certain Heavensward would not elude us for long. Though the eye enables me to sense the presence of dragons, I can only identify Nidhogg's with any certainty. We could wander the mist for days and not know if we were any closer to his brood brother. And those are the days we cannot well afford to squander. Shall we divide our forces then? Lady yourself, might I ask you to question any dragons whom you judge it safe to approach? I shall try, yet I fear the influence of Nidhogg's rage will render most of the Dravanians in the area deaf to reason. What of you, Master Alphinaud? I shall not yet give up on the Moogles. Taida, come with me to Gridania. I mean to petition the aid of Moogle's kin in Twelvewood. After that business with Moggle, I dare say they will be glad to help us. Assuming you have no need of me, I shall remain here. Nidhogg senses both the loss of his consort and the coming of the Eye, and his attention is firmly fixed in this direction. I mean to do what I can to hold his gaze, and hoped that it might delay any action against Ishgard. Thank you, Estinian. Come then, Tida. Let us make haste to Gridania and rendezvous at Norfolka's altar. Ah, but I neglect to tell you. There is an aetheryte of ancient construction here, which should make the return journey rather less arduous. Pray do not forget to use it. Just for that, I'm walking all the way back. To Uldar, as KO2 suggested. I'm not seeing any decorations. Nope, none whatsoever. To Gridania! Away! I'm assuming we have to go to the Conjurer's Guild. I sent word to the Elder Seatseer upon arriving in Gridania. I'm pleased to report that she has agreed to grant us an audience. If anyone can help us to contact the 12-Wood Muggles, it is she. It is gone. Oh well, just gonna have to wait till the next event. We are expected at the Lotus Stand. I trust you are familiar with the Conjurer station at its entrance. I wish I told you sooner. Oh well. What can you do? The silent Conjurer continues to speak, being the antithesis of the name. Now the Seedseer waits. Pray follow me. We got ourselves a cutscene. I bid you welcome, friends. The Admiral spoke of having met with you, but 'tis no less of a relief to see you safe and hale with mine own eyes. We humbly thank you for agreeing to receive us upon such short notice, my lady, and for all you've done for us in our absence. Would that it were surely to express our gratitude that we came to you this day. Alas, the tides of battle yet dictate our comings and goings. Elder Seatseer, we beg your wisdom in a matter that may finally bring an end to the Dragon's Long War. Speak on, friend. The next event is on the 13th. It's a collab with Final Fantasy 15. That'll be fun. I see. So you seek the means to contact these Muggles of the Churning Mist. Kupo. I say Kupo. Oh, it's you again. Greetings, Kuplo Cop. To what do we owe the pleasure of your company? I was struck by sudden urges to bring you some fruit, Kana-e. I'm jolly glad I did. Tell me more about these Muggles in the sky, Kupo. I will gladly tell you all I know, though it amounts to precious little. We encountered a Muggle high in the clouds of Dravania, and had hoped that you and your kin in the Twelvewood might agree to facilitate a meeting. Pray correct me if I am mistaken, Kuplo, but there are legends, are there not, which speak of Muggles who dwell beyond the clouds. Yeah, I mentioned that when talking about Mogomog. Indeed there are, Kupo. Long ago, back when the world was still young, they say my ancestors served the gods up in the heavens. Of course, that is before the masters took to bickering like spoiled children. Ah yes, the tale of good King Mogomog the 12th, PhD, Esquire, Attorney-in-Law. He is revered for holding fast to a rope of miraculous length, that his subjects might climb down from the sky and escape to the world below. Ignoring the more fanciful aspects of the tale, it may well be that Kuplo's ancestors hailed from the Churning Mists. Given how long his kin have resided in Heavensward, it is perfectly possible that the details of their history have faded into myth. Indeed, Master Alvinod, such stories oft contain a measure of truth. 'Tis like that the Mughals of the Churning Mist tell similar tales of the world below. I can well imagine why the one you encounter fled at your approach. Oh, fleeing's second nature to us. We often hide when the larger races come trampling through the forest. Of course, where there's one Mughal, there's bound to be more. Which is why I decided to take a trip to the Clouds, Kupo. They surely won't be afraid to talk to me. I was hoping you might say that, Master Kuplo. Will you accompany us, then? Just try and stop me, Kupo. I admit, the thought of venturing outside the Charleswood is a bit unsettling, but I can hardly refuse the chance to meet my distant cousins. If you will have me, I too will accompany you on this venture, and lend my voice to your cause as an ambassador of Gridania. You and your upside necklace that looks like a cow. My lady, are you quite certain? How often has our nation turned to the signs of the Seventh Dawn in its hour of need? How often have we asked the warrior light to risk her life to save our own? I mean, all the time, for fuck's sake. Full many times, I say to you, and never have they refused us. Thus do I choose this day to offer mine aid to our allies, for the good of the realm. Is that not just? I mean, yeah, sure. A most unexpected but most welcome offer, Elder Seedsir. We would be honored by your presence. They're gonna have to guard her all the way to Dravania. Have fun, guys. Let's put this on hold. Pray return to the summit and inform our companions of these developments. I will serve as the Elder Seedseer guide on the journey back to Som Al. It being a path I have already trodden, I do not anticipate any great difficulties. Besides, we shall have the Elder Seedseer's personal guard to escort us. Alright, let's head back. What is it, Mogholm? Yeah, speak with the Stinian at Mogholm. What the fuck? Yeah, okay, bye. Holy shit. Give me a heart attack, why don't you? Hey, hey, Instinian! What is up? And it's a cutscene. Well met, Warrior of Light. Nidhogg is not stirred, but he watches us, unblinking. Should be going down, yo. Put on your fine dress. Elder Seedseer is coming. Elder Seedseer herself answers your call. Then there's naught to do but wait. There they are here, Tyga. Greetings, my friend. I'm happy to report that our journey was mercifully uneventful. Devoid as the road was of Dravanians, 'twould seem the dragons have abandoned Samal for the Churning Mists. Elder Seedseer, may I present to you Sir Estinian, Ishgard's Azure Dragoon. 'Tis an honor to meet you, Sir Estinian. I have heard many tales of your order's extraordinary skill and courage. Oh, so he knows how to bow now. Fancy boy. Friend, I feel it only right to inform you that we are not alone. The Mughals are all around us, even as we speak. I should imagine they are more than a little concerned by the horde of strangers that have descended upon their home. Mayhap now would be an opportune moment to introduce ourselves. Oh, still cutscene. This should serve. They're hiding, of course. There's so many of them, Kupo. I am Khan Asana. My companions and I have braved the long road from the 12 Woods to share words with you. On this, the occasion of our first meeting, we bring an offering of light and wind. Ah, it's the first time I've seen her do anything. Oh, god damn it, it's a trumpet! Oh, such a gentle, pleasing glow, Kupo. Holy shit! Kill it with fire! Found a bee VTuber. Are they sweet? These monsters belong in the fire. Well, he does look like Mogomog, so let's just drown him in fire while we're here. I'm Moglin, the chieftain of the Mughal clan. Chieftain Moglin, it is an honor to meet you. Greetings, I am Kupluk, ambassador of the 12 Wood Mughals. A Mughal from the world below. Your hide is of a different hue, but that palm is unmistakable. I might need a moment here, Kupo. They're not sweet. They are British. They are British, are they? Oh no. Fruit is British. Vebe is British. And they both seem pretty good. Bees. My companions were no less surprised to learn of your existence here among the clouds. I hope they did not startle you over much in their eagerness to make your acquaintance. For well can I imagine your wariness. I'm told that men have not walked here for nigh on 1,000 winters. Mayhap you will forgive them for the forwardness when I unfold to you the great matter which first brought them into your midst. My companions crave an audience with the great one Heravensward, that they might negotiate an end to the war twixt man and dragon. An end to the war, you say? I trust you, Kane Sana. The light of peace shines bright within your soul. But I'm afraid the same cannot be said of your friends. To be plain, we need not hide ourselves because they were the first of your kind to be seen here in 1,000 years. Well, not only because of that, but we hid ourselves we smell dragon blood. The skies are home to many, many dragons. While some crave peace, such as Heavensward, many others crave the opposite, such as Nidhogg. Suffice to say, we are worried that the presence of your blood-splattered warrior friends will attract the attention of the nastier kind and invite destruction to our happy home. I'm a small lizard wife. Now, just a moment, chieftain. Tighter hair may be doled out to odd fashion or two, but it's always been for a really good reason. She's a champion of the 12 Wood Mughal, and I'll not hear good name slandered. Now, Ambassador, let's not ruffle each other's furs. I shall, of course, take your testimony into consideration. If I may, chieftain, there's little room for trust twixt strangers. Might we not take this opportunity to learn more of each other? An excellent suggestion, Kupo. In the interest of fostering friendship and keeping an eye on you, I extend you the hospitality of Margom. Prove yourselves worthy of our assistance, and it will be yours. I shall be watching, Kupo. Well, there we go. Kind of a calmer moment in the middle of all that fighting. Tell me, in the world below, do all your kind look so different from one another? It must be terribly disconcerting. What was it Kuplo called you again? I am Sloth, small lizard wife. Tida, your names are as odd as your appearance. Have you ever considered a nice Moogle name? Moglin is taken, by the way, Kupo. As are Moghan, Mogmug, and Mogwin. These are the names of the 3 chosen 2 wise Moogles who will administrate the momentous challenges that I have devised to measure your worth. I call them the trials of trustworthiness. Undertake these trials, and we shall soon see whether or not you are worthy of our aid. Ooh, a switch axe. That's cool. And what about you? New sword. Could always do with a new sword. Yeah. Nice and fancy. Yeah, I dig that. Bow to me, mortal filth, for I am multiple in form and mind. Accidentally opened your stream in multiple windows and it was scary. Yeah, avoid that. Lizard wife has a new sword. Moghan's trial. Moghan would test your trustworthiness with a trial. Hello, yes, I am Moghan, the foremost alchemist in Markham. You must know. If your tummy's gloopy or your wings droopy, my potion will fix it. Or I would if I didn't keep running out of ingredients. Luckily, you're here to do my trial. Yes, go forth, my dear adventurer. Finally pluck 3 sprigs of cloud's breath for me. You will find it blooming near the entrance of El Torum. It's not the safest of places, so don't let yourself be too distracted by pretty flowers, Kupo. Spiky ball over here. I am multiple in both spirit and mind, KO2. You dare open me in multiple tabs, and I shall smite thee down with my laziness. My indolent plan will not come to fruition, for procrastination is key. Mogmug's trial. Mogmug would test your trustworthiness with a trial. Yes, you have the pleasure of speaking to Mogmug. I know. I am the fluffiest, most enchanting creature you've ever laid your eyes on. Kupo. It isn't easy being this adorable. I can barely take a stroll outside without those relentless Trevanians throwing themselves at me. Why, they look as they might gobble me up. In any case, fleeing the overbearing adulteration is growing a bit tiresome. Your trial, madam, is this. Find those ardent Archosaurus and slap some manners into them, Kupo. Perhaps a firm smack on the snout will teach them to appreciate my charm from afar. I'm lazy enough, thank you. Good. No wonder you fit in here well. And we get along so very well, too. For I am Sloth. Mogwin's trial. Test your trustworthiness, yada yada. Mogwin's the name, and art's my game. When it comes to painting, there are none in Mogham who can match my talent with a brush. I know why you have come. Chieftain Moglin has the man that I test your trustworthiness. But as I trust no one to create art that will satisfy me, I instead charge you with retrieving a masterpiece I seem to have misplaced. It was an ambitious and innovative work, guaranteed to fetch at least 4 Kupo nuts on the open market. You must find it. Question the masses. Surely a pebble painted with such vibrant color and unmistakable panache cannot have escaped the notice of every Moogle in Margot. Guess we're asking around. Margaret is missing his masterpiece, Kupo. Oh, you mean the painted, smeared mess of a pebble? I have not seen it recently, a fact for which my eyes are profoundly grateful. Yep, that's about right. My sure Margwin has misplaced his masterpiece, Kupo. Oh, happy day. If I am the swifter to find it, I will soon have a genuine Margwin for the price of little perspiration. Honestly, who has 4 Kupo notes just lying about to spend on such luxuries? I don't know much about his stone, but I do know Margwin's been creeping out the back way of Sawmill Summit from time to time, Kupo. Maybe he left it up there. Maybe he did. Let's have a look-see. Oh, fuck. Oh, I see. Okay, let's see. Oh, that's interesting. Wow, that's impressive. Look at that weather. What the hell is this? Umbral static. That is pretty neat. Oh my god, and they made Moogle stones too. That is excellent. He's down here. Thank God you can't die from fall damage in this game, unlike some games I could mention. Well, what did you find out, Kupo? Shit's been going down. He turned himself into a pickle. Ah, yes, the pickle thing. Now that you mention it, I do seem to recall leaving my pebble out in the sun to dry. Second part of your trial commences. Go, adventurer, retrieve my masterpiece before some art-starved admirer swipes the stone for himself. So, now do I go up the ramp? It's on this side, right? And I'm just realizing I'm not that big a fan of bagpipes. This way? Alright, it's somewhere around here. That is actually kind of ingenious, weighing it down with a rock. That must be it. Mission complete. Alright, what now? Those are down. I can. And let's get a flight path. The stone resembles a striking resemblance to Chocobo. On close inspection, the stone appears to have a large horn. Perhaps if you were to blow into one of the many holes, you would summon a Chocobo. Though it would be most prudent to leave a rental fee just in case. That certainly is different. gotta tussle. Summon Quay in attack mode. What a melody. Yeah, I like the violin, but the bagpipes not so much. Come get all licking. But that's right. No, there's another one. There's somewhere around here. What up here? Does this count? I'm not seeing any sparklies from here. Oh. It's right there. That works, I guess. Alright, back to Magong, who also seems to saw off their aetheryte top for some reason. Alright, Muggles, I've done your quests. Now take your shit and get out. Get out! Get to the chopper! Yep. Lord Hoshafan has failed to join us in this quest. Do you have it, Kaput? My masterpiece safe? Yeah, take your fucking stone. Yes, this is my work. Is it not exquisite? I call it the Contemplations of Zenith. Thank you, madam. At last I can exchange my art for those delectable Kupo nuts. Tiefling Moglin will hear of this valorous deed. I hate this part of the story. Everything that involves Muggles is a pain. Yeah, no kidding. Do you have any trouble finding the crow's breath? I do need it quite urgently, you know. There you go. Oh yes, it is a perfect Kupo. Now that I have the main ingredients for my palm tonic. Speaking of which, how are you feeling, miss? Should you ever feel palm losing its bounce, then I'm your Muggle Kupo. Thanks, but I don't think I'll need it. I don't have a palm. Now, if you have any tail ointment, maybe. Hey, Yosel, how you doing? So exceedingly fluffy. Oh yeah, she's entranced. I think it's Firegraph. You were able to humble my Dravanian devotees. Wonderful! You are as capable as I am captivating, Kupo. Still, my precious perfection does not excuse those louts for pursuing me so mercilessly. Their tongues is lolling and bellies rumbling. The Dravanians and their ilk have much to learn about acceptable acts of admiration. We have completed the trials of trustworthiness. Return to Chieftain Moglin and await his judgment. Moglin's judgment. Chieftain Moglin is ready to pass judgment on your trial and performance. Ta-da! If it is what you insist calling yourself, you have completed the trial of trustworthiness administered by the taskmasters Moghan, Monmog, Mogmog, and Mogwin. During these grueling tests of character, I closely observed your conduct, as well as that of your companions. And I am decided, Kubo. Gather your friends before me now, so that I need not repeat myself needlessly. As he sits upon his throne. What sorcery is this? That my heart should stir at mere fluffiness? Taida, I was... no matter, what is it? Chieftain Moglen has made his decision. Well, let's not keep him waiting then. We've become such friends, Kupo. My Mogul cousins love to sing and dance as much as I do. Chieftain Moglen has finally come to a decision, has he? Well, I suppose I'd better flood over and see him then. Standing here in Mogham, my thoughts turn inevitably to the legend of good King Mogomog XII, attorney-in-law, esquire, Ph.D., and his seat in the heavens. Like most, I thought it no more than a myth, a story for my younglings to grow with the telling. But, the ever-passing moment, I become more certain that we have discovered the origin of the tale. Eager am I to hear what the chieftain has to say. How goes the trial, Warrior of Light? I myself have been sent on a noble expedition to chastise the local dragon population. Did not the chieftain wish to avoid inflaming the Dervanians? Such a contradictions aside, our hosts seem to entranced by the height of my leap. They compare me to Mog, a lance-wielding Mughal warrior of Eld, who also favored such attacks. It was meant as a compliment, I expect, but I doubt these furry lumps could outleap a God damn it. But I doubt these furry lumps could outleap a Karkul lamb, much less a dragon. Conclude your business here swiftly, Taida. I like not this place. Are these trials over then? My tasks have become little more than household chores. If our hosts elect not to grant their aid after working us like pack Kubos, I shall demand compensation in Kupo notes out of its principal. But I hope it will not come to that. Let us hear the chieftain's verdict, shall we? Alright, we're all gathered. Let's see. Never have I seen such determined workers, Kupo. It would have taken us moons to complete all those dreary chores and niggling errands. He doesn't even try and hide it. Have our labors proven the purity of our intentions, chieftain? Without a doubt, in fact. There never really was all that much of a doubt to begin with. You were, after all, already friends with a fellow Mughal. But you see, before any meeting with Reisberger could take place, certain preparations need to be made. What better way to help you pass that time than to have you perform all the tiresome tasks that no one ever wants to do, Kupo? Oh dear, the horn. Bring out the horn quickly now. You motherfucker! We blow on the wondrous instrument whenever we wish to speak to the great worm, Kupo. We haven't perhaps been treating it with the care it deserves of late. I think Morgan may have sat on it. So we need time. We needed time to clean and polishing and straightening. No lasting harm was done, though. Now you need simply head to Zenith, the ones dwelling to the west, and give the horn a good toot. We are in your debt, Chieftain. Thanks to your noble gift, we shall finally be able to chance to plead our case to Heavensward. Very possibly, yes, but I wouldn't give your hopes up too high, Kupo. The old worm isn't terribly fond of, Your concern is appreciated, but I am quite certain Heavensward will welcome our overtures. Should we ever arrive, it is there. Come, we have squandered enough time already. Chieftain Moglen, we thank you for your gracious hospitality. Though we must soon take our leave, I pray that we may continue to nurture the shoots of this new-sprung friendship twixt earth and sky. Of course, Kupo. Visit us whenever you wish. Consider Moglen home your home amongst the clouds. What a bunch of dorks. Thanks for the help, Kupo. I doubt I would ever have found time for all those rotten chores. Hey, it wasn't my idea. If the chieftain had spent a little less time sitting about and a little more time chieftaining, things would never have gotten so messy in the first place. And he was the one who sat on the horn, by the way. But now all the ends are done and the horn is fixed, so all's well that ends well, eh, Kupo? Leaving Moghan. Moghan is ready to lead you on out of Moghan. Well, I expect you're eager to be on your way. Did I mention your friend was looking for you, Kupo? Not Alphinaud. If not, Alphinaud is looking for you. I'll be waiting just outside, stretching my wings. Let me know when you're ready to depart. Ah, that bagpipe is intense. To the best of my knowledge, we have all we need for the trip to Zenith. And I believe the eldest Sitsia and her retinue will soon be making journey back to Gridania. It would be remiss of us, I think, not to convey our gratitude to them prior to going separate ways, shall we? Alphinaud, Taida, I do humbly thank you for what has been a most enlightening experience. Were it not for your pioneering spirits, the existence of the Mughals might never have been revealed to us. 'Tis we who should be thankful, Elder Sitsia. Were it not for your timely diplomacy, they would never have chosen to reveal themselves at all. Internet is acting up with Twitch. Can't watch. Have a good stream. Thanks for stopping by, KO2. As always, it's a pleasure to have you in chat. See you later, man. Hopefully your internet starts behaving and you're able to do stuff you want. And 'twas your presence, Kuplo Cop, that ultimately won us the trust. It must have taken great courage to leave the sanctuary of the Trellswood. We are exceedingly glad that you did. It was my pleasure, Kupo. I have made so many new friends and have so many fantastic tales to tell my kinsmoogle back home. And it is our home we must now return. May you ever walk in the light of the crystal, my friends. It is a blinding light. Safe journeying, Elder Sitsia. We too must be on our way. Heavensward awaits. Warrior of Light, pray attend closely to your companion, Sir Astinian. Beneath that stoical facade, a storm of anguish seethes unseen. Yes, ma'am. Alright. Let's head on out of here. Have you said your goodbyes and dabbed away your tears, Kupo? Then we are indeed ready to go. Let us go indeed. Road to Zenith. Markarn has volunteered to lead you to Zenith. As Chieftain Moglin already explained, the shiny instrument we gave you is the best means of grabbing Heavensward's attention. I'll come along and show you the way to Zenith. That's the big palace where you need to blow the horn. First things first, though, we need to make for Asa. Oh, and watch out for rampaging dragons. Maybe that should be the first thing. What the fuck are those things? None of my business. Let's have a tussle. And another current down. Oh, sawed off. Oh, Tyrannosaurus, where the hell are we going? Alright, I'm feeling a little exhausted. So I think after we meet Heavensward, we might call it a stream. A really cool area though. That lends itself for barren little wasteland. Oh my god, how the fuck? This. Not quite like that. Like that. There we go. And a current. Hello. That was a bit confusing, but okay, let's just carry on. Oh boy, oh boy, oh boy, chat. Whatever will we do? How small as a wife has come so far. From carrying a big axe to a big sword. Okay, looks like the weather's changing. Let's grab this flight path. Across here. Hello there. Things were a bit bitey for a while there, while I think we've arrived but I think we've arrived in one piece, Kupo. I wonder what has the dragons awfully snappy. I mean, the bad ones are always bad, but they seem worse than usual. Who knows? Armor. Wow, that is impressive armor. Really taking on that Dark Knight feel. Waiting for the wind to change. Moghan seems fretful about the weather. We may have a small problem, Kupo. The woods are high like this. Hraesvagaro invariably abandons his lofty perch and heads to the lands below to hunt. If you tried blowing the horn now, I doubt he'd hear it. I suggest we stop at the clearing up ahead and rest until the wind dies down. No snark from you, Estinian. I'm shocked. Alright, up the road we go. I always thought nobody knows. God, those look like brownies. Now I really want brownies, chat. Brownies sound excellent. As autumn reaches us, I wish someone would notify the VTuber realm in my area that autumn is on its way. Cause it is 102 degrees Fahrenheit, and that is not autumn weather, and that is unacceptable. As Prince of Indolence, I reject all heat, except for the heat found in the coziest of autumn evenings. That is the perfect kind of heat. It's not dry or humid, it is the perfect comfort for such environments. Let's see what this Moogle has to say. This should do nicely, Kupo. The wind will likely have died down by tomorrow, but until then, we might as well make ourselves comfortable. If we must interrupt our journey so close to its end, I suppose this place is as good as any. And mayhap a brief respite from the hardships of the road will help to clear our minds in readiness for the coming parley. Very well then, I believe campfire is in order. Leave the gathering of fuel to me. I'd acquire a keen nose for firewood during my time in the frozen wastes of Korthus. Clear our minds. 'Tis Master Alphino whose mind needs clearing. Thought of meeting a great worm in the flesh has befuddled the boy. Did you seem sure away as if these ruins were not crawling with deadly beasts? Follow him, Tida. See that the wildlife does not make a meal of our young friend. We will have the camp ready by the time you return. This looks like a job for a lizard wife. And what a wonderful lizard wife we have made, chat. It's down here. Oh, I see it. Ether current. Go away! Piss off, dragon. You're only so cool for so long. Oh, guess I'm fighting dragons today. I'm liking the new sword. Seems a little more practical and less broad. Like. Okay. What wildlife is going to be affecting Alphino today? It's treason. A little more. this off. It's always something. Okay, almost. Another one. Come on. Alright. The more we do, the more we do. I know. Profound, isn't it? Just the thing we need on our venture. You know, I dig this night theme. It's a nice soothing piano. I see I was right to worry about the boy's safety. Once Alphadon returns with the word, we can see about supper. The Ice Queen has filled a pot with what looks like stew ingredients, ready for the fire. And we got a cutscene. Nice. Small as a wife. That Moogle's drunk. Few things compared to the simple pleasure of sitting beside a crackling campfire of its own making. So speaks the great explorer. Till recently you wouldn't have recognized Fireword if it all came with a Kindle and flint. 'Tis well you instructed me so patiently then. But yes, left to my own devices, I would have been compelled to signal to your cell with a pile of damp leaves. I was born the pampered son of a Charlian dignitary. Alongside my twin, became the youngest student ever to be accepted into the stadium. How proud I was to match wits with scholars and philosophers. How ignorant of my own shortcomings. That hubris invited manipulation and betrayal, and led to the downfall of the science. We all of us are guilty of similar ignorance. How many men lay down their lives never knowing what it is that they fight for, never questioning that which they have been taught to believe. It was only upon meeting Hreisfager that I learned the truth hidden within our history. Were it not for that chance encounter, I would have never vowed to tear down the Holy See and expunge the falsehoods with which it fans the flames of conflict. I would have lived and died in ignorance. That the truth has driven me to do terrible things I do not deny. But I would rather sin in pursuit of peace than imagine myself virtuous for perpetuating a needless war. This journey has taught me anything, it is the importance and difficulty of holding one's convictions in the face of failures, of striving always to replace one's ignorance with knowledge. You were well on your way, Master Alphinaud. At your age I was but a fool swinging a spear, scarcely a thought in my head. Even now I struggle to acknowledge the misconceptions under which I have labored. Sitting here amongst these grand ruins, how can I deny that man and dragon ever once lived in peace? But for all such an age existed, we are now in a time of war. Nidhogg killed my family, and no quirk of history will exonerate him. I may be ignorant of how the Dragon Song War began, but if we do not put an end to this conflict now, I can say for a certainty that I will only breed more vengeful souls such as mine. In my hands resides the power to vanquish a great worm. If Ishgard's survival rests on me wielding that power, I will slay Nidhogg myself. Orders are no. Sinian, you gave your word. My words is contingent upon the success of our parley. Show me the strength of your convictions, Lady Iceheart. Convince Heivensward of the righteousness of your cause. Doubt not that I shall, dragon. Well, when's willing, we shall have our answer on the morrow. Let us sleep now, face our fate with the rising sun. Grabbing the gold option again. I mean Gil. Heart of Ice. Maghan is gazing meaningfully at the path to the zenith. The campfire was so cozy, I must have fallen asleep, Kupo. But do you feel how the winds have shifted? They will have borne Heivensward back to the skies above zenith. I'm sure of it. This is your chance to climb the highest floor of the palace. Summon him with a toot of the shiny horn. So, I'll be heading back now. If that is all sent to you. Good luck, Kupo. It's nice knowing you. Okay. Here we go. About to meet the Great Worm himself. Up we go. Another fight path. Well, this music is kind of somber. Oh, we're supposed to climb all the way up there. How bothersome. At least a black chocobo will help us. Yup. 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 Look at this architecture again. It is magnificent. Up we go. That's relaxing. And I think I hear another ether current. Ha 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 ha! Lizard Wife succeeds once more, ladies and gentlemen. Oh, cutscene. How the fuck did I learn that song? Mortals, why do you disturb my solitude? Whoa. That's a big-ass worm indeed. Get some tight. Thou speakest the name of a creature that but awaiteth the release of oblivion. Leave me.
Either 12. Mine ears hear the tongue of dragons, yet the meaning rings clear within my mind. How can that be?
Racevelga, do you not remember me? 'Twas I whom you found in Dravania. I who glimpsed the truth. The truth about your past. About Shiva.
Do not speak her name, mortal.
But speak it I must. I have summoned Shiva's soul from the beyond and offered myself as her vessel. She has made her heart known to me.
Foolish girl, thinkest thou my beloved spirit hath ascended from the heavens? That the secret of her heart are thine to know.
I have surrendered mine to her. Do you not see, my love? I am Shiva reborn.
Okay, Yasiel, you're kind of sounding a bit crazy. Gullible fool. The light but illuminated the past for thee. It did not grant thee omniscience. The spirit thou hast summoned belongeth not to Shiva. She is but a shade conjured by thine own fancy. In an age long past, mine own kin were guilty of like folly. Beguiled by the Dark One's lies, they attempted to resurrect a king amongst worms. Yet the divinity they called forth merely borrowed the semblance of my fallen brood brother. Such gods are not summoned but created. Phantoms spun for the threads of misplaced faith.
Then the spirit that answered me.
Yeah, no shit. We've known about this, right? Was but thy dreamer, Shiva. Thy soul hath been corrupted by a deity of thine own making, child.
Be that as it may, Lord Hraesvelga, Izel's desire to heal the rift between man and dragon is real, and it has borne us this far. We would spare both our kind and yours the ravages of this senseless war. Pray join your voice to ours in a call for peace and forgiveness.
What the fuck is his other eye? The tale of thy kind is one of avarice, treachery, and death. Thou wouldst speak of me of peace. Hearken thee, mortals, to the naked truth. Then tell me thou deservest forgiveness. You fucking what, mate? 1200 years ago, my beloved Shiva's sacrifice served to bring an end to the war twixt man and dragon, paving the way for an age of peace and cooperation. 2 centuries of harmony were followed, during which time the Elzen learned much about us, not least that the eyes of a great worm are the wellspring of his strength. 'Twas out of the selfish desire to possess the strength that King Thoradin then conspired to undo all that our peoples had achieved together. The aid of his leal knights, that most noble of Elzen lured my brood sister Ratatosker into an ambush and took from her what they craved. Fain would I strike the image from my mind, that still the scene doth linger. My brute sister's tattered corpse, defied by her elven allies. They had torn out her eyes and feasted upon them with the manna of wild beasts. Yet that was not all, for from the bloody banquet the fiends had gained strength beyond that of mortal men. Even now I labor to comprehend the enormity of their betrayal. Nidhogg was the first to learn of the atrocity, and he took to the skies, hungry for vengeance. But though he slew Thordan and some few of his mites, the fellow butchers knew only too well where to aim their spears. And with the now practiced savagery, they set about my brood brother, sending him flailing from the field. Such is the truth that the Holy See would keep hidden. Such was the beginning of the Dragon Song War. It's a song my kind shall never forget, even should 10,000 years pass and Ishgard crumble into dust.
Your tale bears scant resemblance to the one I was taught. How convenient that it should absolve your kind of all responsibility. But tell me, dragon, why should I believe your version of events?
What thou choosest to believe is immaterial. Betrayal that yet haunts mine every waking moment is no less than the truth to my kind. And Nidhogg meaneth for Thordan speaketh to suffer for his sins till the end of days. That which thou imaginest a war of extinction is but a punishment, the siege of the spirit. Hast thou not seen those who tire of the torment, those who abandon their own and side with Dragon Time?
Ishgard's so-called heretics.
Know that all traitors' progeny bear a trace of Ratoskur's essence, but a single sip of our blood is enough to awaken it.
Then, the seed lies within us.
It is for this reason that those who abandon their loyalties are rewarded with a drink, and thus they are transformed to join the rank of Nidhogg's ever-growing army as newborn dragons. One by one, through death or defecation, my brood brothers shall count for all the betrayer's children.
Ye gods, I have borne witness to such a transformation. Looked on as a heretic assumed the shape of a dragon. I imagined it some manner of Drovanian enchantment. But if any Ishgardian, regardless of allegiance, has such potential within them, 12 forgive us. To think of all the dragons we've slain!
There will always be some, of course, who choose to fight until the bitter end. Like thee, dragon. Struggle as thou might, thy youthful vigor will be spent ere thou reachest 20 and Nidhogg shall remain to torment thine offspring.
Oft have I wondered why Nidhogg did not simply raze Ishgard to the ground. Now I have my answer. He has no intention of winning the Dragonsong War, for it is no war at all, but vengeance. An eternal requiem sung for his murdered sister.
Thou hast the right of it, Dragon Slayer. Comprehendest thou now the futility of thy quest?
I have not come this far only to admit defeat. We can still return the eye to Nidhogg and beg forgiveness for our ancestors' crimes. Mayhap our words will sway him.
Doubt. Stubborn child. They'll think it's in mortal terms. Our perception of time is too broad for thee to describe. But what the fuck ever. It's a simple matter for thee to offer thine apologies. Thou didst not perpetrate the crime. Despite thy visions, the deed of history seemed distant to thee. For worms such of Nidhogg, however, that history is yet part of his present, fresh as the blood that did gush from Batosoker's wounds. How could he not be driven mad? It is only by the calming embrace of Shiva's soul that mine own fury hath not consumed me. But let us speak no more what is done. My faith in your kind is spent, and I would be alone. Oh, there we have it. Hreisvalger was every bit as awe-inspiring as I imagined. His voice fairly dripped with power. The will behind his words so undeniable that it transcends my ignorance of the dragon's tongue. 'Tis but a pity that I mislike what he said. So far did we travel, even unto the very heavens themselves, only to be dismissed like unruly children. And far from mitigating this humiliation, and in truth we have learned serve only to provide that our grand mission of peace was destined to fail from the first. Nothing will deter Nidhogg from his course. I got new pants. Yeah, looking all nice and spiffy again. I love me a woman in armor. The Worm's Lair. Have an orders considering your party's next course of action.
Well, what do you propose we do now? I, for one, am intent on continuing to the east.
What is there to be found in the east?
Nidhogg's lair, the Eyrie, is said to lie in that direction. And the eye tells me he is near.
You cannot still mean to slay him.
Yep.
You cannot still mean to stop me. I have been true to my word and aided you in this fool's errand with Hreisvalger. But your efforts at parley have come to naught, Lady Iceheart. I would see Ishgard saved, and for that, Nidhogg must die.
With the tale of our ancestors' vile betrayal yet ringing in your ears, you
Commander
speak of continuing
Natsuki!
this
Hello,
war?
hello! Welcome.
Nay, lady. I would but pierce its vengeful heart. When Nidhogg dies, this war shall die with him.
Tense as always,
A
Estinian.
moment, Estinian. You yourself spoke of the Great Worm's strength, that you believed him powerful enough to raise your city to the ground. How then are we few to challenge him? Even behind the stout walls of Ishgard, with an army of knights manning the defenses, our victory would be hard won. Yet you propose to contend with the beast in his own lair.
Yeah, it's pretty fun.
Close combat. This will afford us an advantage. And if the tales are true, the Warrior of Light has bested many an invincible foe.
Have you ever played an MMORPG before? It's kind of a grind. The story's a bit of a slog at the beginning in A Realm Reborn, but that kind of sets the foundation. And Heavensward seems to be building upon that foundation to give a better story and make you feel a little more involved in what is going on. you actually start feeling like a piece of the story in the expansion. I'm a big fan of MMORPGs. Well then, yeah, that is a Realm Reborn is a barrier to entry. If you're used to MMORPGs, it will feel like the normal grind where you have to level up as you always do in an MMORPG. But as this is a story-based MMORPG, it will slowly begin to build upon itself. And in the first expansion, which I'm doing, Heavensward, it's actually doing the building necessary and actually doing something with the material finally, rather than just putting the pieces into place. So it is an excellent game. It's fun. There's a variety of jobs you can do, and if you don't like one, unlike many other MMORPGs I played, you can actually keep the character and choose another job and then go for it. And there are various means to level up your job so you're not really behind. And that in itself is kind of a grind, but you can continue the story with a different job if you are not liking the job you have chose, or job in this case being class in the game. Like, I started off as a marauder that became a warrior, and then someone suggested me start a Dark Knight. I'm like, okay. So I started Dark Knight. That started at 30, but the story was locked behind level 50 or something. So I did the grind. I got her up to about 54, and then I just continued the story. And now I'm playing Dark Knight, which has its own kind of system on how you tank, but it's fun. So you could freely change classes at will. Yeah, you unlock them. Like all games, like how World of Warcraft used to lock, had Death Knight behind Wrath of the Lich King expansion for a while. Some jobs are locked behind expansions. In Heavensward, you get to unlock Dark Knight, Astrologian, and Mechanist, but you're still able to play with the base game. You're still able to get Marauder, Lancer, Paladin, or Gladiator, rather, Archer, Conjurer, Thaumaturgian, Arcanist, Puglis. Yeah, you get like 8 from the get-go. That's amazing. I'm looking for a new MMORPG to play after Black Desert ruined it. Thanks for telling me. Oh yeah, I heard Black Desert is quite the grind. Now, Final Fantasy XIV isn't as pretty as that game, but it does what it can do with what it has. But thanks for the follow, by the way. I hope you enjoyed the experience if you go off to play it. There's a free trial. If you sign up for it, you get to play a Realm Reborn, and you have access to the 8 classes I said. Then you have access to the post-epilogue story, and then you also have access to its first expansion, which is Heavensward, which also gives you access to Astrologian, Dark Knight, and Mechanist when you get to the expansion base. So you have from 1 to 60. 1 to 50 is ARR. Then you do a epilogue, which is a 50 level, and then a Realm Reborn is 50 to 6, or Heavensward is 50 to 60, and that's your leveling. So there you go. If you choose to pick it up, have all the fun you can. Okay, where was I?
But such speculation is meaningless if we cannot even find the worm. Our first task must be to seek out Nidhogg's lair.
Okay, let's find Nidhogg's lair.
The story of this nation grows bloodier by the moment. Must death always be answered with more of the same?
Yeah, you have fun, Natsuki.
Such is the way of things, I fear. I shall consider it a miracle if mine armor is not stained crimson ere this conflict is ended.
That's an ominous thing.
That I should be blinded by my own lies. Everything I believed, everything I thought I was, gone. All gone.
Oh, chin up yourself. You'll be alright. Come with us.
Leave her. Your words will not reach her now.
Do we have
We
to?
have not the time to wait for her to gather up the pieces of her shattered faith.
I mean, I could carry her. I'm a small lizard wife who's strong. No? Okay, I guess we're just gonna keep going then. Okay. Off to the next part of this adventure. Where are we going? Okay, chat. I think after we're done meeting with Estinian, we'll call it a stream. So thank you all so much for stopping by once again to my Pelafort. I will be streaming again tomorrow, barring any interruptions. Sorry for the little break I took, but adulting does happen. It's a really good area though. That architecture alone is pretty. I mean, look at the size of that. Oh, I cannot jump over that. Alright. Let's see what's waiting for us down here, chat. All of you. Okay. We got some dragons. Come, Quay. You look great. Let's hunt some dragons. Who's next? Oh, nobody's next. Alright, where to? Oh, that's the wrong thing. It's like the flight path. It's a long walk for me. Let's take in the scenery. Man, it's just gorgeous. I have a feeling that's the Ari. It's covered in grape flavored gases. Okay. It's down over here, right? Yeah. Okay. Oh. Couple more dragons to slay. Lizard wife, go! Okay, looks like we're heading up over here. Good music. I will never stop saying it's really good music because it really is. Oh wow. Look at the size of this area. Good golly. So used to the small areas. Another ether crank. Small lizard wife, go! Well, got another tussle. Come get a licking. Nope. got a straggler. Like literally, his name is even straggler. Okay. Moving on. Yes, that's the area. A monster. Yonder, I presume. Yep. Hey, Estinian. How you doing, buddy? Oh, cutscene.
Is that it?
I mean... Yeah, I knew it. It's covered in great flavored gas. Of course it's that place.
Aye. That would be the Eyrie. I feel Nidhogg's presence through the eye. His caustic hatred gnawing at my soul.
How poetic.
'Twould seem the death of his consort has put him on guard. Mark how he wards his lair with tempestuous winds.
A similar barrier once barred our entrance to the primal Garuda's domain, until we discovered the means by which it could be penetrated.
Oh, too true. That's right, we did do that.
Mayhap it is time we called upon Master Garland. It will be just like the good old days, no?
Ah, yeah, let's get the boys back together. The boys and the small lizard wife. What do we got? I'll go with that. New winds, old friends. Estinian would have you enlist the aid of Sid Garland. Force of sufficient power to break through Primal's defenses might conceivably grant us access to the Eyrie. And I can offer no better solution. Pray consult this engineer friend of yours. Very well, on the condition that you swear not to lure Nidhogg from his lair in our absence. And still all the glory for myself, you mean? Nay, I'm not so selfish as that. Contact me by Link Pearl when your preparations are complete. We shall set forth from Ishgard together. Small as a wife nod. Suggest we rendezvous back at St. Arinette's Forum, Tida. From what I glean of the Holy Sea's decidedly ambitious airship project, Sid will still be in Ishgard. Alright, back to Ishgard we go. That's some good music. When last you saw Master Garland, he was advising the Ishgardians on their alien airship, correct? In that case, we might still be at Camp Cloudtop. I think that we could try the airship landing, or mayhap in the Sky Steel factory. But let us not waste time searching aimlessly. Someone in the city is sure to know where to find him. The question is who? So Aimeric would seem rather the obvious choice, but there is no guarantee he would be able to grant us an audience at short notice. Ah, I have it. Count Edmund's youngest son prides himself on knowing all the Holy Sea's juiciest rumors. Let us return to the manor and see if Lord Emerald is about. Let's see indeed. Oh, wrong thing. Hey, Emerald! How's it going? Ah, the hero returns! How goes the fight, old girl? Well, I trust. It's such a Sid Garland, you say? Then say no more. Taverns are full of talk. The name of said silver-haired genius has cropped up more often than most. I hear he has been tasked with getting that monstrous airship the Holy See commissioned to actually fly. It should seem the project has been plagued with mishaps from the first step. In any case, Scarlet Ironworks employees are known to frequent the airship landing. I'll wager the master does so too. The airship landing? Yes, I thought as much. Come, Chida, we must find Sid and trouble him for his expert opinion. Okay. Alright, to the airship landing. Hey, yes, Sid. Tada, Alphinaud. How fare you both? Not terribly well, judging by your faces. Greetings, Master Garland. I'm sure it will come as little surprise when I tell you we have need of a favor. So then, this great cloud, yada yada, breakdance, and dab. Another wind barrier. You say it was conjured by Nidhogg. Enterprise would certainly take you where you need to go, but she would not fare well against dragons. She's agile for a ship her size, but not that agile. The Javanians would fly rings around her. And if they took it into their heads to incinerate her rigging, there would be precious little we could do to avoid them. There must be something we can do. Some manner of weapon we can employ. Stenian stands vigil at the edge of the churning mist, but we do not know how much longer. Alright, I didn't say it was impossible. I said it was impossible for the Enterprise. We need a smaller boat. Biggs, Wedge, it's time we gave that new toy of yours a proper field test. Oh, the thing they've been building, huh? It's probably best if I let the lads show you. Come on, the factory's not far. God, all this walking. Well, let's be on our way then. This guy's still manufacturing, I guess. Place. Our little project's just inside. How you're going to like this one? I got me and Alphinaud about the same size.
Feast your eyes upon our latest and greatest feat of engineering. We call it a mana cutter.
Oh. Oh. That looks pretty indeed.
After you put down Gaius, Wedge and me struck out on our own for a bit and started work on the successor to the tiny Bronco.
Impressive little thing, isn't she? My talent for ship design has plainly rubbed off on them.
They are doing good. Good job, lads.
They've adapted the principles of corrupted crystal technology and constructed a mechanism which converts ether from its surroundings into elemental wind. Said wind is then harnessed by the specially engineered sails, providing the craft with propulsion and lift. All in all, a most elegant solution.
So that's what they needed the crystals for.
The design does, however, come with one small flaw.
The energy conversion ratio is bloody awful. To generate enough power to get you off the ground, you need to be in an area awash with predominantly wind-aspected ether.
In other words, there are a few places you can fly, lots of places you can't.
That's fair.
The new Ishgardian airship hasn't left the boys much time for tinkering, meaning it may be a while before this particular project takes off. If you'll forgive the pun.
No, get out. Get fired. Hey, Tataru! You're looking rather fashionable as ever.
Tataru, what's happened?
I've been looking all over for you. There's been word from Aldar. It's about Her Grace the Sultana.
Oh. Wife glare.
It seems you're required elsewhere. Leave the Mana Cutter with us. We'll see that she's airworthy and suitably equipped to slice through those winds.
Well, thank you, Sid. As generous as always, my friend. And it looks like I'm being pushed in another direction.
Providing Rauban and the Sultana whatever help they need.
Okay. Well, it looks like we're off to Uldar once again. Seems like as good a time as any to call it a stream. Thank you so much for coming by today. Thank you, Xtula and Commander Natsuki, for the follow. I hope you guys enjoyed the stream, and I'll see you guys tomorrow as we continue our way. Heavensward. Have a good sleep, you all. May the temperatures go lower, so you might be comfy and cozy as autumn approaches. Take care, y'all. Have a good day.